Well, joining us to talk about all this is Heidi Hamilton of Dish Nation and KLOS's Frosty, Heidi and Frank show.
All right, so let's get serious first. Bachelor DeMario Jackson wants tapes of the pool sex released. Talk about that.
Right, because, I mean, when you're a guy and fingers are pointed at you and you're being accused of, you know, taking advantage of a drunk girl, a girl, Corinne, who couldn't give consent, they shut down production on Bachelor in Paradise because they're saying that she was too drunk. One of the producers, her specific producer, saying she was too drunk to consent to the stuff that was going on in the hot tub. And they kind of said the things that were going on inside the hot tub. And DeMario saying, yes, that happened, but she was fully with me and giving consent. It wasn't like she wasn't, you know, willing to be there with me. And he wants the tapes released. You know, they're not showing anything yet. And he's saying, please, I'm begging you, Warner Brothers, you know, ABC, release them so that I can clear my name. Because if you're a guy and this is, you know, on you right now, I mean, that's got to be an awful feeling. I'm hoping and praying that those tapes do show that she wasn't taken advantage of. But she is saying she does feel like a victim. She's hired an attorney to try to figure this out. I think, why not release the tape?
Right.
Or at least, yeah, at least in a closed doors criminally to say, take a look at this. Maybe not release to the public, but at least release it so that they can look at it and clear his name, because that's what he wants. He said, I didn't do anything wrong here. I don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, the video would be a key piece of evidence. But getting back to the potential case, Corinne is basically saying that she is a victim. She's saying she doesn't remember what took place. And at this point in time, she would seem to be the sympathetic figure.
Of course. I mean, I think you want to err on the side of caution. We've talked about this on the Frosty, Heidi and Frank show, where it is really risky. I'm not going to say we've all been there, but we've been there where maybe you did have too much to drink, and not to make light of it, but, you know, when your friends are like, woo, you were having a good time last night, and you go, was I? Oh, boy, I don't even remember. I mean, that's scary when you are walking and talking and having a good time. But then the next day, you're going, I don't have any memory of that. And that is a scary thing that can happen.
But it's a big move by the company. The show has shut down production.
Yeah, and I think this happened on the first night of shooting. And I think, from what I'm understanding so far at the story, Corinne had a producer that was assigned specifically to her. Well, that producer's the one who came out that following day and said, bad stuff happened. She was too drunk to give consent, and DeMario should be in trouble for his actions that night. But I think if you really do believe that, then why not, as a producer in that moment, say, okay, she said too much to drink. We're going to stop shooting tonight. We're going to shut this down, and we'll reconvene tomorrow. If that didn't happen, that's a little weird to me. If you really did think something was
wrong. It's an interesting legal point, because she's the one who filed the complaint.
Right.
Yeah.
So if she was witnessing that in the moment, then why not shut it down right then and there and say, all right, we're calling it a night.
I guess we're going to find that out.
Yeah, so we'll keep researching and, you know, stay tuned.
But on the lighter side, we're going to talk about Beyonce and whether or not the twins.
Is she
the twins here.
Well, there are rumors. I mean, Twitter went crazy last night. Number one, we're hearing that the 5th floor of, I believe it's Cedars-Sinai, but I'm not going to say.
UCLA.
It was UCLA. Okay. I thought she was going to have it Cedars-Sinai, but 5th floor of UCLA Medical Center has been shut down, essentially. Like all.
There's a lot of security out there, so they're like,
Right. So there were rumors Tuesday night that she had a little boy and a little girl. Then there were people like, no. There's another person saying, no, she's not even due until the babies aren't expected until 4th of July weekend. But then other people saying, oh, listen, it's twins. They could come early. As far as we know, the babies are not here yet. But everybody's waiting, waiting, waiting. And a lot of paparazzi outside all the hospitals, of course, because you don't want to be the photographer that misses it. So you're like covering it. You're like, everybody get out there. We want to, you know, be the first. Want to be the first in line to get pictures. Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know. No babies yet.
But when you travel in those circles, you can reserve an entire wing for yourself.
I was saying, I was doing Facebook Live upstairs for Fox 11 Talk Now, and that's why I said, you know you've made it when you're like, you can shut an entire floor of a hospital down. That's how famous you are.
Well, you want the security and wealthy.
Right, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But I would like to think that, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't going into the hospital as Jay-Z and Beyonce just walking through the front door and filling out paperwork. You'd think they've got, we're going to go through a back way. You'll have a disguise on. No one will know it's you. Fake names, the whole thing. So we'll keep you posted. We're all waiting.
All right, Oprah threw one heck of a party. If you love Wonder Woman, you'd want to be at this party if you're 10.
Yeah, right.
If you're 10.
Are you kidding me? I'm not anywhere near 10 anymore. I'm far from 10, and I would have loved to have been at this party. I love everything about Oprah. I've loved her since I was a little girl, and she was a local reporter in Chicago. why I think she is so appealing to people is that Oprah Winfrey, multi-millionaire, is getting excited about this Wonder Woman cake. She's getting excited about these plastic little bracelets that look like they were $1 at Party City. And she's throwing this birthday party for 28 10-year-olds. She's getting Wonder Woman flip-flops and these bracelets, and she's putting everything on and so excited. And I love that about her. Like, Oprah Winfrey still gets excited about stuff like this. Well, she's my Wonder Woman. She always has been.
Yeah, and to the movies.
And that's why we love her so much,
right?
Because she's real and she's still intact.
She's not jaded.
Yeah.
She's like I said, she's excited over these little plastic bracelets that she could buy millions of, but yet she's excited that
maybe she'll do an adult Wonder Woman party.
I'm in. I'm on. Oprah,
invited.
please. I know you're watching Fox 11.
We want to go.
I've loved you forever. Please, I want to come to the party.
All right, you can hear Heidi every morning on Frosty, Heidi, and Frank weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on 95.5 KLOS Radio. You can see her weeknights at 6:30 and 11:30 p.m. right here on Dish Nation. That's on Fox 11.
All right. Thank you so much, Heidi.
Anytime.
Okay, we'll see you at the party. We'll be right back.
Yeah, please,
We're gonna get the
Oprah,
invite.
please.